What would a philosophy of life look like if it were actually practiced by people in the year 2020? How could we take ancient ideas and make them relevant for our time? In this video, we're going to try to answer that question. We're going to discuss how to make philosophy a way of life in 2025, and we're going to do it by looking at 3 different types of people who do philosophy every day, whether they know it or not. If you want to make this year your best yet, then please hit subscribe right now. Let's get started. So here's my thesis, and it comes from a famous quote by the Stoic philosopher Pierre Hadard. And that's why if you want to understand what philosophy is, you can't just watch videos about it. You have to actually practice it yourself. In fact, there are 2 different kinds of people when it comes to philosophy. There are those who merely talk about it, and then there are those who live it. One is mere theory, and the other is actual practice. So in this video I want to show you what philosophy looks like in practice. And I'm going to do it by first defining the word philosophy itself, because most people think it's all about big questions and finding ultimate answers. But that's only one part of it. The word philosophy means literally the love of wisdom. It's made up of 2 Greek words, which are philos, meaning friend or lover, and sophia, meaning wisdom. So to be a philosopher isn't necessarily to be someone who has all the answers, but rather someone who loves wisdom and understanding. Someone who is always asking questions and always seeking to improve themselves. That's why in this video I want to share with you a personal project that I've been working on for the last few months. It's called a Stoic Challenge, and it's designed to help you put these ideas into practice, to help you stop thinking about philosophy and start living it. Now let's get back to the video. Let's discuss 3 ways to live like a Stoic philosopher. First, we need to understand that the purpose of philosophy is to live a good life, and that includes being happy. That might seem obvious, but it's important to remember because philosophy isn't just about abstract ideas. It's about how to apply those ideas to your everyday life. That's why I think it's so important to be We need to pay attention to how we're feeling and how our actions are affecting others. Because philosophy isn't just about us and our own happiness. It's also about making the world a better place. The Stoics believed that we should strive for excellence in everything we do, and that includes happiness. They believed that we should use reason and logic to find the path to happiness, and that we should constantly be striving to improve ourselves. Now that doesn't mean that we should never be satisfied with our level of happiness. It just means that we should always be trying to be better. Here's an example. When you see someone who's really successful, what do you think? Do you think, wow, I wish I could have that kind of success? Or do you think, I'm happy for them, they deserve it? That's the difference between having a philosophical mindset and not. See, when we're philosophical, we don't compare ourselves to others. We focus on our own journey and we celebrate the success of others. That's what it means to be happy for others. But it's not easy, is it? We all have that little voice inside us that's always comparing us to others. But we can choose to ignore that voice. We can choose to focus on our own journey and be grateful for where we are in life. And when we do that, we'll be happier. That's why I think philosophy is so important. It gives us a way to deal with that little voice inside us. It gives us a way to focus on what really matters. The second thing we need to understand about philosophy is that it's a way of dealing with the challenges of life. The Stoics believed that we should accept whatever life throws at us with serenity and courage. They believed that we shouldn't complain or be bitter about our circumstances, but instead, we should try to make the best of them. This doesn't mean that we shouldn't try to change things. It just means that we shouldn't waste our time complaining about things that we can't control. For example, imagine you're planning a picnic and it starts raining. What would you do? Would you just complain and be upset? Or would you make the best of it? Maybe you could move the picnic indoors. Or maybe you could just enjoy the rain. Either way, you wouldn't waste your time complaining about it. This is exactly what the Stoics were talking about. They weren't saying that we shouldn't try to change things. They were saying that we shouldn't waste our time complaining about things that we can't control. Instead, we should focus our energy on the things that we can control, like our attitude and our actions. That's the only way we can truly be happy and fulfilled. This is why I think philosophy is so important. It gives us a way to deal with the ups and downs of life. It gives us a way to stay calm and focused no matter what's going on around us. And finally, we need to understand that philosophy is a way of making decisions. The Stoics believed that we should use reason and logic to make decisions, not our emotions. They believed that we shouldn't be ruled by our passions, but instead we should be in control of them. For example, let's say you're angry about something. What would you do? Would you let your anger control you and make you say or do something that you'll regret? Or would you take a step back and try to understand why you're angry? What is it about the situation that's making you feel this way? Once you understand your emotions, you can decide how to act. You can choose to express your anger in a healthy way, or you can choose to let it go. This is what it means to be in control of our emotions. And it's not easy, is it? It takes practice and discipline to be able to control our emotions. But it's worth it because when we do it, we become more rational, more logical beings. We become more like the Stoics. And this is why I think philosophy is so important. It gives us a way to make decisions that are in line with our values and our goals. It gives us a way to be more rational and less emotional. That's why I want to invite you to join me on a Stoic challenge starting January. This is a challenge that I created to help others put these ideas into practice. It's a challenge that will help you become more philosophical, more self-aware, more in control of your emotions and actions. It's a challenge that will help you live a better life. I believe that everyone can benefit from studying philosophy, even if they don't realize it yet. And that's why I want to invite you to join me on this challenge. You'll receive an email every day for 30 days with a quote, some journaling prompts, and some challenges to help you put these ideas into practice. You might be wondering why I'm giving this away for free. Well, the truth is, I've been wanting to share these ideas with the world for a long time now. I want to help others see the value of philosophy, and I want to help them start their own philosophical journey. I believe that everyone can benefit from studying philosophy, even if they don't realize it yet. That's why I'm giving away this challenge for free. All I ask in return is that you share this video with a friend. If you find this helpful, then I know that your friends will too. So please take a moment to hit the like button and share this video with a friend. Together we can make this happen. In conclusion, philosophy isn't something you read. It's something you live. It's a way of thinking, a way of dealing with the challenges of life, and a way of making decisions. I hope you've enjoyed this video and I hope you've learned something new. If you did, please hit subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.